Come to be super heavyweight champion, amateur super heavyweight champion?
Well, it started around about 05. Had me had my amateur first contest, and I'd only had a few bouts, and I started getting bigger and better names under my belt, and I got selected to box for the Northwest to go to a German Cup tournament, and I won that, and then I went into the senior ABA novices, and I won them easy enough. So then I got selected for England, and I went to the round robin tournament in Ireland, and then got a gold medal there. And then after only 8 bouts, I went to the World Junior Championships in Morocco, 06, and unfortunately, it was a bit of a bad decision. I would have got the gold medal, but I got beat by 3 points. I think it was 2 or 3 points for the. I got a bronze medal anyway, and ever since then, I've been boxing international. I've had 34 bouts, and this year I should have went to the Olympic Games really, but only through politics I've never made it there. But anyone in the Olympic Games, I'd handled no bother. I'd done a better job than our arch rival, Mr. Price. And anyway, I went into the ABAs and I strolled through them, stopped everyone in it. And that was it really. Here I am today, and I'm just very happy to be boxing on the same bill as Carl and Jane. And I want to thank Mick for signing me. And I've been waiting for this for quite a long time, so it's finally arrived. And what can I say? Fantastic feeling to be here. Yeah.
Tonight, he's making his professional boxing debut. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Tyson Fury. From his native country of Hungary, he brings a professional record of 3 wins, 9 losses, 2 draws, with 1 win coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bella Joniushi.
Nice little combination to finish this. Little 1-2, 1 to the head, and then look where he looks for the body shot. Didn't quite land as flushy as he would have liked, but the momentum of the shot was enough.
Dad and brother standing looking appreciatively as he landed these shots, and that left hook that finished it was a quality shot. Young giant of a heavyweight, is he going to be a big name for years to come? I don't know. Well, we will see. He's certainly got the right sort of name. Tyson Fury, named after the man his father really admired, and promoter Mick Hennessy looks a happy guy, doesn't he?
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 2 minutes, 14 seconds of round number 1. Our referee in charge, Howard Foster, stops the contest. Your winner tonight in his professional boxing debut, Tyson Fury.
Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
He comes to the ring wearing a kilt, but he has done. That's Marcel Zeller.
Round 1.
And Tyson Fury, with 1 big knockout win, now goes looking for another one. He's saying to Zeller, you've got to do something, you've got to throw. Bravely, the German is still there and still trying to land. There's the uppercut again, Duke.
That hurt. That really hurt. He will have to throw back. The referee will stop this fight. Make no mistake, if these punches are not answered.
Zeller complaining that was low, and it's been stopped. It's been stopped by the referee, and he is furious about that. He dropped his gloves because he said it was a low blow, and he is furious about that. He's a proud...
Left in the blue corner, he's wearing solid black trunks and weighed in at 18 stone. Coming to us from Trondheim, Norway, his record consists of 15 wins, 20 defeats, with 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Daniel Shrek Perret. And his opponent in the red corner, He's wearing green trunks with white and weighed in at 17 stone, 10 pounds. Hailing from Manchester, he was the 2008 ABA Senior Super Heavyweight Champion, and now as a professional, he is undefeated with 2 wins, and both of his wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Tyson Fury.
There's the Tyson Fury fan club.
6 rounds scheduled. Our referee,
It's fair to say that Daniel Parrott doesn't miss too many meals. Tyson Fury, big strong lad, and when you see them side by side, you'll see that Fury has all the physical advantages.
The boxer going down, the other one goes to a neutral corner. Okay, defend yourself at all times. Best of luck.
This is a young fella who, not this one, this is not a particularly young fella, this is a young fella who is physically taller than both the Klitschkos.
He's an absolute giant. Shots were good by Fury.
He's hurt him, Duke. He's backing away now. I don't think he wants too much more. Fury senses it. Bit of a look of desperation now about Parrott.
But those body shots obviously carry quite a lot of power because, you know, he's got quite a big mid-drift to soak that up, but, you know, they got through, so...
Complained that one of them was low, Parrott. That was a good shot, that left hook. That's his cornerman. He's going to be taking a close look at it. Let's see how bad the damage is. It's not great. That is not good. And the referee having a very close look. Ken Curtis. He stopped it.
No!
He stopped it. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it one little bit.
No!
He's furious. But the referee has said no more, and the fight is over.
You've got a cut eye, you can't continue with that. We've got 4
No!
I know that. Listen.
No!
Yeah, Daniel.
He's being told by his corner, you've got a cut eye, there's no way you can continue.
It will tear open, trust me.
Parrott is furious, and he's being told if you fought on, it would tear open, and it would get even worse. It's going to need stitches as it is. Proud man, fighting man. We reckon there was a bit of a nick at the end of the first round, but the damage really came in the second. I don't think it was that cut which ended the fight, which came in the first round. A few boos from the crowd, but it's all very well for them to jeer, but you don't want to see lasting damage done.
Well, of course you don't, and it's okay to scream and shout and rant and rave, but obviously the corner have got his best interests at heart. That would tear open. It's probably the best thing. You know, he wasn't going to win this fight, certainly not on points.
Well, easy night's work, in all honesty, for Tyson Fury, and I don't think we know anything more about him now than we did 6 minutes or so ago.
3 man mounting continues. Tyson, feeling confident tonight? You certainly look very, very relaxed.
Yeah, I'm relaxed, feeling confident. I've got a good reason to be confident, and 3-0 with 3 knockouts, so tonight it's going to be 4-0 with 4 knockouts, so that's the best I can do, to be honest.
Lee Swaby hold any fears for you? Obviously everyone knows him for putting Enzo Mack down in the year 2000. That of any concern to you whatsoever?
Past history on boxers doesn't mean anything. It's how they box on the night against the opponent they've got. If you're going off other people who he's fought, then you can go on all night, but he hasn't fought Tyson Fury yet, and he doesn't pose no threat to me as of yet anyway.
You've been up for it this week, and you've had a little bit of a tickle at David Price, maybe suggesting that he hasn't got the chin to make it as a pro. Caused a few ripples with those comments.
Yeah, to be honest, in professional boxing, as everyone knows in the heavyweight division, you cannot go in a boxing ring and not get hit. And I'm confident as soon as he gets hit on the chin, he's over. Because with in the amateurs, he had a big head guard and like shock-absorbent gloves, and he was going down every time he got it clear then. So now he's got the little 10-ounce gloves on, no head guard, and the people's watching him. So it's game over every time he gets on the tash.
You love this, don't you? And you've got no intention of doing it quietly.
I've got no intention of doing it quietly. I'm going to make a big wave, and I'm hoping to do that. So everything's going well at the moment, yeah.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks very much.
Fury, you can hear him grunting with effort as he unloads.
Desperate
Caught on there.
Yeah, he's desperate for the knockout, Fury.
Doesn't want to get careless though. Swaby's still in there. Those body shots are hurtful shots, but Swaby taking them well, showing commendable bravery.
They just turned Fury on the ropes there quite comfortably.
He's trying to sucker him in, isn't he? He's still just trying to find that one big punch to really test Fury, who incidentally claims, and I've no reason to disbelieve him, I certainly wouldn't make an argument with him anyway, but he says he's never been on the floor in any sort of fight, either in the gym or anywhere else, and never even taken a standing 8 count.
Well, I'll tell you what, these are good punches from Fury, because he's given himself a little bit of an angle on the inside to punch freely with both hands.
Lee Swaby will be able to tell us just what he makes of this. Well, hopefully he will.
Well, I tell you what, that right uppercut that Fury just threw there was enough to take your head clean off your shoulders. But Swaby's still on his feet. That's commendable.
It's your lead. Just try one.
People out there who say that Fury doesn't punch as hard as some. He's throwing a lot of them. And you try telling this fella, he knows he can punch a bit, and I think they're going to pull him out. I think it may be finishing here. They're having a look at him. Yep, the fight's over. Lee Swaby's had enough, and Tyson Fury has won the fight. Merciful.
Well, this fella's had 4 fights in just 4 months. It's been a wonderful start to your professional career, but you're back at a venue, the York Hall, that means a lot to you.
Yeah, York Hall's home of the boxing in the London area, so it's just amazing to box back here. Won the ABAs here in 2008, and I'm out to impress the fans like I did when I won the ABAs.
So what's your challenge tonight? Matthew Ellis, very experienced. How tough is this going to be for you?
Matthew Ellis is experienced, whatever, but so the rest of them have been, and I handled them okay, so it shouldn't be any reason why I can't handle Matthew as well.
That's big talk. Are you out to end this again inside the distance?
Well, if it comes, it comes, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not going to rush anything, and I'm happy that he's boxed me, really, because I've been finding it hard to get opponents, so see what happens in the ring.
You look ready. Well, you look lean.
Well, I've been training hard, so I'm ready as I'm ever going to be. It's no excuses if I lose.
Well, Matthew, this fella Tyson Fury is getting a lot of critical acclaim, a lot of hype. What have you made of him?
Yeah, he's he's a good kid. He's done well in the amateurs. So far he's done good as a pro. Hopefully tonight we can, I'm going to upset the apple cart, and we're going to do the business.
Well, they say not too many have been able to actually make an attempt to go at him. Can you do that tonight? Can you change that tonight?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, he's done well as an amateur, and I think he's took a step up to the ladder a bit too much. I think, tonight I've got a lot of experience behind me, and trained hard for it, so hopefully, we're going to go for it.
But how do you get near someone that big?
I've got a step ladder. I'm messing, no step ladder. I'm just going to, like I said, experience, and I'm going to rush him, just keep the head moving and getting close and work him inside. I don't think he can fight inside, he likes it on the outside, so we're going to, see what he's made of.
Thank you.
No problem, thank you.
Well, has he stepped too far up the ladder? One thing is certain, if Tyson Fury does fall off the ladder, the Bethnal Green Arena will shake. Let's return to our MC, Thomas Treiber.
Out of the blue corner, he's wearing silver trunks with black trim and weighed in at 14 stone, 7 pounds. Hailing from Blackpool, his record consists of 20 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, with 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Matthew Ellis. And his opponent fighting tonight out of the red corner, he's wearing green trunks with white and weighed in at 18 stone, 1 pound, 8 ounces. Coming to us from Manchester, he was the 2008 ABA Senior Super Heavyweight Champion, and now is a professional. He is undefeated with 4 wins, and all 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Tyson Fury. Our referee in charge is Dave Harris, 6th round scheduled heavyweights.
Ellis.
Okay, boys, you both know the rules. We're not with a knuckle part of the club. If one of you goes down, then we've got the furthest thing to come. Break when I tell you to. Defend yourself at all times. Shake hands, boys. Good luck to you both.
Matthew Ellis was knocked out in a couple of rounds by Audley Harrison not so long back. Similarly by Enzo Macronelli.
Seconds out.
But he can
First
punch.
round.
Has he got the ambition to make it an awkward night here for Tyson Fury? Plenty of young talent in the heavyweight division in this country. And Fury trying to show that he's the best of them.
For some strange reason, Ellis just decided to walk in. He just decided to walk straight into the firing line, take Fury's best punches, and that's the result.
The theory was that he can't fight off the back foot. Well, he had his man trapped in the corner, landed a flurry of punches, and down he went. I think he's going to do well to get through this opening round.
Well, if you're going to walk into the firing line, you're going to get nailed. And that's exactly what's happened. What did he expect?
Caught by another big right hand. I don't think he's going to want too much more. It may be that it's going to finish right here. He's had enough. Matthew Ellis has been...
You know, you're a fighter. You came into the world fighting June 1988. You're born 7 weeks premature. You know, it's been well documented. You died 3 times during childbirth. You know, your first battle was for life. So you know, it seems you're always destined to be a fighter.
You know, I think it was always on the cards for me, really. I do believe it's destiny for me, and I know you can talk a lot to like get press and all that, but I don't need to do that anymore because I'm a big name in boxing now, so I don't need to tell any lies or anything. And I do believe it was my destiny to become a champion boxer because, like you say, I had that struggle at birth to survive and all that. I was always a weakling growing up and all that, and very thin and whatever, bullied and all that sort of stuff. And my name was Tyson. I had 3 other brothers. They're not called Tyson, they're not boxers. And why me? So when you knit it all together, it does sort of think, well, it's supposed to be. And here I am today boxing.
And you know, as a kid, what was you like as a kid? Was you know, your dad? You come from a boxing family. Your dad was a boxer. Your uncles are all boxers, like say your cousins and that. You know, as a kid, did you feel like you was going to box or?
No, have you ever? I don't know if you know about dogs, like, but the only way I could explain myself is like a young pit bull. Yeah, they're scared of their own shadow. That's what I was. I was timid as anything. A Jack Russell could make me run away, type of thing. If you know what I mean. I wasn't a fighter, if you know what I mean. I was just a tall, gangly kid, and if you said boo to me, I'd cry. And once they get past that age of 2-year-old, they turn savage, don't they? So I think once I got to the age of like where I'd become a bit manly in myself, say 16, where I was getting punched in the face in the gym and not crying, I'm thinking, right, you're going to have it now. I think that's when it sort of broke, and that's when I knew I was going to be a fighter. Because up until I was 14, I wasn't a fighter. I've been to the gym and had spars and stuff with like people in the boxing gym, but I never thought I'd box amateur because all my cousins like Opie and Chasey and all them were all boxers. But they started at like 9 years old, 8 and 9, 7 some of them. And my dad never had an amateur fight, so I always thought I'd just turn pro like he did. But I got to 14 and we've been looking for a local gym, me and my brother Shane. And there was a young lad there and he said, oh, there's a gym in Wythenshawe. We said, nah, there's not a gym in Wythenshawe, or else we'd know about it, because we only live 2 miles up the road. He said, definitely. He said, it's called Ringway Boxing Club. I said, right, take us here then. 6 o'clock, he said, it's that. I said, you take us here now then. I said, so anyway, we walked down to the gym. It was 2.5 mile walk there. Gets there, and Jimmy Egan, that's when I first met Jimmy Egan and Steve. And we was outside in a big playground in Ringway Primary School. And I was running around the playground with like the kids at the beginning. I was like tall, 6'5" at 14, and they noticed me straight away, if you know what I mean, like the way I was running for an heavyweight and so tall and whatever. And they said, have you ever boxed before? And I said, no, but my dad has. And he knew me dad because years before that, my dad was sparring down there with Jimmy Kelly years ago. And so they knew me dad from then, when it was Ben Chill down at the Ben Chill pub at the roundabout. And so they knew who I was, but they never knew I boxed or anything, which I didn't. So went there a few times, played outside with the kids and messing around. And then Steve said, right, come on, you've been up level to the boxing side of it. So I thought that was great, and then I got a certificate saying I passed me boxing, like basics.
Yeah.
I had to throw a jab and a 1-2 and all that. And you know, I was a part of something for the first time ever. And I always like wanted to prove that I could do it, if you know what I mean. It was like a chip on my shoulder that I always was told that we couldn't box, if you know what I mean. I think my dad was like a mental psychology person with the kids. If you said you couldn't do it, I'd go and do it, if you know what I mean. So I think that's what his aim was in life, to say like, you couldn't do that, so I'd go out and prove that I could.
Well, you know, if any of these two land with any of these swinging punches, somebody's going down, there's no doubt about it. They've been thrown from the canvas.
Belshaw will have plenty of people watching back home in Northern Ireland, and he's a proud man. He'll want to show that he's not just here to make up the numbers.
He inches his way forward as Belshaw, you know, not really blessed with good technical skills, but game. Took the shot, no, that was a signal, another signal, and Fury there.
It's all over.
You know, that was good sportsmanship by Fury. He could have continued the combination, continued throwing the punches. He looked at his opponent, saw that he was hurt, and stopped the onslaught. Good sportsmanship, but a good finish.
High quality, Duke. Tyson Fury capable of fighting better fighters than Scott Belshaw. And that was pretty impressive, no question about it. He didn't take anything too meaningful from Belshaw, coped with everything that the Irishman threw at him, but those body shots, those left hooks were quality.
Particularly the last one. And again, I just want to emphasise that point. There was good sportsmanship, although Belshaw was getting a lot of punishment.
Into the third of a six-rounder. Not a hard one to score, 2 rounds to Tyson Fury.
These kind of fights prove to be quite hard in your own mind. You know, if you come down to your opponent's level.
Salazan's bravely going forward and trying to land those big right out. Oh, he's been hurt by a body shot. I think it's looking for a comfortable part of the canvas time before too much further. Salazan's very much at 6s and 7s, and yep, I think that'll be the end of it. Well, he's got up, but whether he wants to continue is another matter. Are you okay? He says yes. I think he is. The white flag of surrender is being fluttered by the corner. The towel has been raised. Salazan's is out of there. And I have to say that fight proved absolutely nothing about the capabilities of Tyson Fury. He will go in against John McDermott in a few weeks' time, who is an altogether more capable and accomplished performer. There's Dad John, who I think would have also been too much for Alexander Salazan's, even at 45 or whatever he is. Tyson Fury winning that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 48 seconds of round number 3. Our referee in charge, Mark Green, stops the contest. Your winner and still undefeated, Tyson Fury.
Still undefeated. I think it's fair to say he will have very much sterner tests ahead than that one, Jim.
Yes, I'm sure you're right, John. Thank you very much indeed.
Tyson Fury is Britain's next big heavyweight hope, but nearly 6 feet 9 inches tall. He's knocked out all 7 opponents so far. Tonight he faces his first real test against English champion John McDermott. Experienced, tough and skillful. Can he impress on home soil? We are live from Essex tonight as John McDermott defends his English heavyweight title against a man who's really been making headlines, the exciting 21-year-old Tyson Fury. Well, the two fighters arrived a little earlier tonight. Tyson Fury chasing the English title in only his 8th professional fight. Has it come too soon? Looks in bullish mood. Mind your head, son. John McDermott operated at a much higher level, a home fixture for him from just down the road in Horndon. And the crowds have turned out in force. Good support, an expectant crowd here at the impressive Brentwood Centre. And there is hardly a seat to be had in the house. Hi there, good evening. On Friday Fight Night, it's time to unleash the fury as we bring you a man who's quite literally one of the biggest heavyweight hopes around. Glenn McCrory and Johnny Nelson always on the lookout for boxing's next major attraction, but is Fury as good as he thinks he is?
Heavyweight sensation Tyson Fury's a young man in a big hurry.
I do believe I can be the best in the world and world heavyweight champion, so just need to prove it.
But has Fury jumped the gun, picking a fight with big bad John McDermott after just 7 contests?
I'm the man, the chump.
To be honest, the worst thing you've done is call me McMuffin. That's the worst thing you've done, so I've trained like a maniac. You know, I've lived in an hole for 6 weeks, get away from my family, I've done nothing but train. So it's the worst thing he's done was to call me that.
The man, the McMuffin.
I know I've been giving him a lot of stick saying he's a big Mac and all that, but it's a big step up compared to the lads I've been fighting, so we'll see if they're the real deal or not.
Despite the bravado, there's certainly pressure on Fury's broad shoulders in his first top-of-the-bill fight.
This fight it's everything to me, really. It's not just an English title fight, it's my life, really. If I don't feel like I knock someone out or I put them down on the canvas, then I've disappointed everybody.
McDermott's fought in a much higher class and was considered unlucky not to dethrone British champion Danny Williams in their first meeting.
Look, man, I went 24 rounds with Danny Williams, one of the biggest punchers in Britain, never shook me once.
McDermott's British class and I'm world class, so that's the difference.
So will Fury's knockout run continue, or will McDermott bring him back down to earth with a bang?
I'm going to push him, I keep pushing him until I burst him.
Going to give him what for? We'll put him into retirement, I think.
Smiling assassin there, Tyson Fury. Glenn, can he live up to the hype?
You know, if confidence is anything to go by, you've got to give him a really good chance because he really believes in himself. And for somebody so inexperienced, so young, to be saying what he's saying, he's got to back it up.
How much have we learned about him so far, Johnny?
Very confident, very cocksure of himself. He's got a mischievous thing about it. He's young, but he believes in himself. I've sparred with him before. He will not be pressured into doing anything he doesn't want to do in sparring. And this is just recently.
What does he do well, Glenn?
You know, he's got a very good jab. You've got to respect his size. It's a great start, but he's also athletic with that size, so he uses his jab. He can punch well to the body for a big man. So, you know, he's got all the tools.
How big a test is it, though, against John McDermott?
This is a massive test. Fury's only had 60 rounds. McDermott's done 125 professional rounds. He knows he's mixed at top domestic level.
Yeah, McDermott unlucky not to be a British champion.
No, you know, this is it's a massive jump for Fury. McDermott is a good fighter who can box, who can punch, and we'll find out if Tyson Fury's the real deal.
He seems up for this as well. Confidence has been an issue with him.
Confidence has been an issue, but I'd be insulted, I'd be frustrated that they're putting a young man in 7 fights, 7 wins against a man of 30 fights.
So who will win? Will it be John McDermott? Will it be Tyson Fury? One man with a lot of interest in this, David Hay, ringside heavyweight date of his own to look forward to. Friday fight nights in high definition this season. You can catch the action right now. Sky Sports HD2. That's channel 409. Your commentary team, Jim Watt and Adam Smith. After our MC, Gary Logan.
And is intelligent, but is this his ring night? His boxing success story here in Essex. McDermott must be in front, Jim.
Well, Fury their camp have sent their man out for the knockout, so I think they agree with us that he hasn't done enough to win this. They've sent him out to throw big right hands, but when the legs are tired, there's not the same leverage in the punches. For the last couple of rounds, full credit to Fury. He's pumped the punches out, but not the powerful shots. You need strength and balance to get them off. Nothing wrong with that one, though.
Good drive from Fury, and an uppercut as well. And he is going for it. Turns southpaw. There's been plenty to like about Tyson Fury as well in this.
Well, he's been sent out to do Adam, and he's given it a go. This is a tremendous response from Fury.
Showing bags of heart, Fury. But McDermott smothers him again, gets close. The extra experience valuable, and a body shot as well from McDermott. What a finish.
Well, I said earlier, whatever way this goes, you can't be disappointed in Tyson Fury. What he's shown here tonight, if this is not his night will come. And this is not over yet.
But credit where credit's due to John McDermott. People have had their suspicions about him as a top domestic force. He takes the uppercut as Fury really goes for broke here.
I mean, you have to hand it also to McDermott. Some of the punches he has walked through tonight, I've never seen him so fired up. Lovely jab from McDermott. Fury walked straight onto that.
Last minute of this tremendous 10-round heavyweight affair, and whichever the way the result goes, and it looks like it's going to go McDermott's way, we feel there could easily be a rematch in 6 months or a year down the line.
Well, I think we could stand sitting through this again, Adam. It's been tremendous. There hasn't been one bad round. Every round, toe to toe.
Working there, Tay, in the right hand.
Yep, the super heavyweight battle. Hands down of Fury, time running out. Good shot. McDermott again turns his back and complains.
I think he just lost his balance, but you have to be careful. That's twice he's walked away, turned his back. I mean, you can lose points for that as well at this game. Both landing ferocious punches there.
The bell's going to go any second. A right hand from McDermott. Will that seal the victory? Terry O'Connor gives it to Tyson Fury. Well, well, well. There is a mixed reaction here in Essex. Some are cheering, some are booing. Frank Maloney is disgusted, and most people at ringside cannot believe that John McDermott is not still the English champion. Jim, explain.
No, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. Okay, judging a fight's a matter of opinion, but I felt Tyson Fury tightened things up in the last couple of rounds, but McDermott, for me, most of the way through was the man in the driving seat, producing the quality punches. Feel so sorry for him. He couldn't have given any more. I've complimented Fury all the way through. I'm not going to say anything about him now. He's not the judge. The stats certainly agree with us, but I really feel strongly McDermott won the fight, but not a thing we can do about it.
He's not really celebrating Fury. I think he maybe knows he was a shade lucky.
I mean, straight away he was finding the range. We thought it may have taken him a few rounds to get close. That was a little bit of badness at the end of the opening round. Thankfully the referee kept it under control. But the right hands were landing. I mean, all the way at this stage in the fight, I felt McDermott was the one producing the quality. I complimented Fury several times when what he was showing, said he would come again, but, well, it's turned out in his favour tonight. His jabs were good, although some of them weren't really powerful jabs, they were more like flicks. And how often was he out jabbed by the shorter man? The right hand worked a treat all the way through. I mean, this is the quality that we saw all the way through from McDermott, which we didn't really see all that often from Fury. We saw character a couple of times, McDermott turning his back there, just after he's maybe made a mistake with his balance. But no, I can't make a case. I can make a case for him tightening things up points-wise, but not for Tyson Fury winning this.
All journalists at ringside, Jim, agree with you by whatever margin that McDermott should have won that fight. It was a terrific battle, both deserve praise, but was it controversial?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 pulsating rounds, your referee Terry O'Connor scores the contest 98 points to 92 in favour of your winner from Manchester and new English heavyweight champion Tyson Fury.
98-92 by 6 points. That is extraordinary.
McDermott only won 2 rounds in that 10-rounder.
John McDermott's going straight out of the ring.
Does he have the names mixed up, Adam? I cannot explain that, I'm sorry.
What a strange card from Terry O'Connor. Fury's unbeaten though and celebrates.
Well, we'll be talking to Tyson Fury in just a couple of minutes' time. There's a reaction from a shocked Glenn McCrory and Johnny Nelson. We'll also hear from David Hay. We mark the return of Floyd Mayweather. John McDermott on points. We can hear from Tyson Fury right now, talking to Ed Robinson.
Tyson, you got the win, you got the verdict. Did you deserve it?
Yeah, I deserved it, yeah. I worked very hard for that. I had to dig so deep for that.
John McDermott was a lot harder than I thought he'd ever be. All credit to him, but I thought I worked the hardest throughout the fight and I deserved to win.
He feels he won it. Do you have sympathy for him?
No, not really. He's going to think he's won it on his own show in his hometown. He caught me with a few right hands over the top and a few body shots, but he was trying to maul in close, really. That was about it. And I was the one working, so I deserved a verdict. And if he wants a rematch, let's get it on.
That was only your 8th fight. Did you show some inexperience there this evening?
Well, an 8 fight, what can you expect? I showed enough to win against a veteran of 30 fights, an English heavyweight champion. So it's just up bigger and better things from now on. And like I say, if John McDermott wants it again, let's get it on again. I'll stop him next time.
What did you learn in there this evening?
I learnt 10 threes is hard from a step up from 4 rounds. And you just got to work. I showed grit and determination. Just got on with it, got it with a few shots, but got on with my job and won the fight. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy with the outcome.
And you actually want to fight him next?
I'll fight him next, no problem. Right here again. No problem. I got much better. That was just a little chip off the block, really. I didn't get nothing going. It was an off night for me, but I still managed to get the better of John McDermott on the night. All issues go to John McDermott. What can I say?
John McDermott, what can
he is a good fighter, John McDermott. He's a tough man. He's awkward. He comes in to fight, and he's a war horse. Anyone who wants to fight John McDermott is going to get a tough fight.
Well done tonight.
Now, what are his chances of the future? A white man this size with looks like this in America. Well, all he has to do is keep winning. Mike Goodall.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome viewers on RTE who join us at the fabulous O2 in Dublin for Hunky Dory's World Title Fight Night, promoted by Brian Peters Promotions. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 days ago, one of Ireland's most talented boxers' life tragically came to an end. Darren Sutherland won a bronze medal for Ireland at the Beijing Olympics and, having turned professional, won all his 4 contests and was destined for stardom before his untimely death. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join in a minute's applause in celebration of Darren Sutherland's life.
Wonderful tribute to the recently deceased Darren Sutherland. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Sutherland, may he rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, our first contest tonight is a heavyweight contest of 6 3-minute rounds. The officials for this contest are appointed by the Boxing Union of Ireland, and it is promoted by Brian Peters Promotions and sponsored by Hunky Dory's. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the boxers, firstly, fighting out on the blue corner, wears the black trunks trimmed with white and silver. He hails from the Czech Republic, weighed in at 15 stone, 12.5 pounds. Please welcome from the Czech Republic, Thomas Massey! And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, across the ring in the red corner, wearing the green trunks. He fights out of Manchester, England, and is proud of his Galway roots. Ladies and gentlemen, he weighed in at 18 stone 9 pound. He's undefeated as a professional in 8 contests. He is the current heavyweight champion of England. Ladies and gentlemen, forget the beast from the east. This man will be the best in the west. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyson Fury! The timekeeper at the moment, Mr. Alex McKenzie. The referee, Mr. Emil Teague, who will now give the instructions to both boxers.
Look at the difference in height from the start. The width of the shoulders. And shortly, the power of the punches. Place your bets. Will this last the distance? I'll pay out now. Not even the most serious Hollywood film mogul and his publicity department could come up with a name as good as this for a fighter. Tyson Fury. Move downstairs and throw out the lodger. Now, he were 5 seconds in this round, so if he's going to do it, he has only 3 minutes and a couple of seconds to do it. That's, I mean, inside the distance win. But for sure he's winning. There's a heavy hand with the rib cage. And certainly this man has felt that. But he can take some stuff, and he has taken some stuff. Well, 5 rounds gone. That's 50 points to 45, I think you'd agree.
The same thing again. Tyson Fury has the upper hand, the big long jab. Look at this. That's a cracking left hook to the body. That's the sort of punches we want to see. That's the punches that do all the damage. So can we have more of those, please?
See a bit of damage on his face, which tells its own tale. There's absolutely no damage in the face of Fury.
Second out for the 6th and final round.
Let's go. 5th and final round. A lot of people in this O2 arena didn't think it was going to last this long, and I'm one of them. So now can Razak make it damage limitations right to the end? Or is there one big sleeping till right hand to come from Tyson Fury? Got the angle right now, if he can just corner his man. Razak is going to have a sore belly tomorrow. He will no beauty contest tomorrow. In fairness to him, he wouldn't have won one coming in anyway. I don't think we're going to see that right hand, David, that one that crunch him.
No, we have seen the right hand, but it's what you call in the game, Jimmy, a clubbing right hand. Doesn't do a big lot of damage. He has a great left hook to the body, but unfortunately he's not doing enough of those. If he was to get his shoulder behind that right hand, the size of that man and the weight of that man, he would do one hell of a lot of damage.
Shut up, Tyson. He's got 1 minute and 35 seconds to do it. That's inside the distance. We're talking as though he was losing the fight. He's winning it comprehensively. Tyson Fury in the green trunks. It's a good fight for him too, to be second top of the bill for the world champion Bernard Dunn. Tyson, for a moment there, thought he had him cornered in that neutral corner. Just wipe off the glove with Emil Teat. That left jab is very good, it's very straight. hooks well with that left hand as well. There's Fury. And just to repeat again that he's really only learning. This is only the 32nd professional round of his career in his 9th fight. So it just shows you how short most of them were.
We know Jimmy, he's got the ability and everything else, but he's not the finished deal yet. He's not he's a lot of rough edges, so he's got a long way to go.
Here's the count.
6, 7, 8.
All right at 8. Now, come on, Tyson was shouting. I never thought you'd hear them saying that in Dublin. But it's not the Tyson Iron Mike. Go at it again. He tries him with that left hook, and the bell has gone. And Merzick knows he was in a scrap. He'll be sore tomorrow. But Tyson Fury has come and left his calling card in the O2 arena. And his manager second is most unhappy. With what would he be unhappy, Dave?
Mrazek, what would
his corner here.
Well, they're unhappy that he didn't win, I suppose.
But sure, I didn't win. I'm not going on like that.
Well, they maybe just discussed it, maybe because Tyson Fury hit him there once or twice when it was on the ropes, which I suppose you're not supposed to do, but in boxing these things happen, so it's not the end of the world.
Funny, he was very angry, and then Tyson came over to him to shake his hand, and all of a sudden he smiled because he looked up at the size of a man and he was like a skyscraper, so he said, enough of that.
He said, I don't want another left hook to the body.
So the announcement will be 60 points to 55, is that it? 54?
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee's scorecard after 6 rounds reads Thomas Maddock 57 points, Tyson Fury 60 points, the winner, and now undefeated in 9 contests, Tyson Fury. And appreciations please for Thomas Maddock.
Well, the next act in Tyson Fury's career is going to be a match at catchweight with Marty Morrissey. Now.
Congratulations, just come over here. Well done. You must be well pleased with that performance. This is only your 9th professional fight and you're unbeaten.
Yeah, I got the decision, but I damaged your right hand very bad in the second round. That's why I wasn't throwing no right hands. But if it would have been right, I'd have got him out of there. I nearly got him out of there at the end with the one hand to switch over to southpaw. But it's just one of those things. Bit of bad luck on the night, but what an atmosphere, what a place to box. There's no way I've ever boxed like this before. I'm looking forward to boxing here again. What a lovely place to box at.
Well, of course, the family, the background is from Tuam in County Galway, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. My granddad's people were from Roscommon, and my granny's people are from Tipperary, so all rounder, really.
And there's great boxing blood there because you're a cousin as well of Andy Lee, aren't you?
Yeah, in relation to Andy Lee, I've got another cousin who boxes. I've got quite a few cousins who box as well. But what a place to box. I just want to say that again. Love to box here again sometime soon.
I know that you've had a very short career, but to be here in the O2 as the next major fight to Bernard Dunn must be a huge progress from your perspective, is it?
Oh yeah, to be on the undercard of Bernard Dunn, it's just an inspiration to get yourself up there and do well, keep winning, and one day I'll come back here with a world title and defend it at Croke Park.
And we have the president of the GA with us, Christy Cooney, as well, so you can have a word with him afterwards. In terms of your professional career, what's next?
Well, I've got to get over this hand injury first. My big knuckle's quite sore at the minute, but we promoted McKenzie. He likes to keep me busy, as you all know, and I'm sure to be back in action very soon again.
And on a personal level, I know there's a new baby in the family, so congratulations.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
I love your name. Tyson Fury, ladies and gentlemen. Well done.
Well done, Marty. I was thinking there was something wrong with that right hand. No kudos, I suppose, in saying I told you so, but there is a genuine excuse.